Now today's topic is about endothermic and the exothermic process and the reactions. Second topic is the factors affecting the rate of a chemical reaction. Now first come to the endothermic reaction. So what is the endothermic reaction? A reaction in which heat is either absorbed from the surrounding or has to be the supplied continuously from the outside is called as a endothermic reaction. For example, melting of ice. So for the ice melt we need the what? We apply the heat continuously. Now dissolution of the potassium nitrate in a water. During the process of a dissolution of the potassium nitrate in a water, we have to apply the heat. So they are observing the heat from the surrounding, and therefore the temperature of a resulting solution is less. The process in which heat is observed from outside is called the endothermic reaction. Now see the reaction: potassium nitrate KNO3 that is a solid plus H2O water, that is a liquid. Here is a heat, that means we are applying the heat here in this process. What we got? KNO3, that is a potassium nitrate solution. So this reaction is known as a what? Endothermic reaction. In the endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed, otherwise heat is observing from the surrounding. Now come to the next, that is a exothermic. So what is a exothermic? A reaction in which heat is given away when a reactants are transformed into the product is called a exothermic reaction. For example, formation of ice from the water. Now next one, dissolution of a sodium hydroxide in a water. Now see this reaction. This is a reaction sodium hydroxide NaOH. This is a solid. It is a react in a water H2O, that is a liquid. So what we will get? We will get the product NaOH. It is in a aqueous form, plus heat is released. So that means if heat come in the what? Product form, that means heat is released. That is known as a what? Exothermic reaction. Now here one more example is there. When a solid NaOH is dissolved in a water, heat is given out, and therefore the temperature is increases. So in exothermic reactions, that means what? Heat is released. It is given outside of the reaction. So that is known as a what? Exothermic reaction. Now come to the next topic. That one is what? Factors affecting the rate of a chemical reaction. So there are the 5 factors affecting the rate of a chemical reaction. First one is what? Nature of a reactant. Second one, size of a particle of a reactant. Third is a concentration of a reactant. Fourth is a temperature of a reactions, and the fifth one is a what? Catalyst. Let we discuss one by one. So first come to the nature of the reactions. So nature of a reactions: the reactions of a metals aluminum and the zinc with the dilute hydrochloric acid. That means we have to take the metals aluminum and the zinc, and we have to take the dilute hydrochloric acid, and we have to put both in the hydrochloric acid. So what we will get? We will get both the reactions. H2 gas is liberated, and the water soluble salts of these metals are formed. And what we have to observe? We have to observe the reaction of aluminum metal takes place faster as compared to the zinc metal. So the nature of the metal is responsible for these differences. So aluminum is more reactive than the zinc. Therefore, the rate of a reaction of aluminum with the hydrochloric acid is higher than that of zinc. nature or reactivity of a reactants influence the rate of a chemical reaction. So this way nature of the reactant, it is a what affected the rate of a chemical reaction. Now come to the next second one, that is the size of particles of a reactants. So the carbon dioxide effluence is formed slowly with the piece of the Sahbar tile while at the faster speed with the powder. So here there are carbon dioxide effluences in the Sahbar tile, that is a what less, it is a slow, but it is in a powder form is a what faster speed. So what is our conclusion? So the rate of a reaction depends upon the size of the particles of the reactants taking part in the reaction. So it is a very important part, taking the particles. So their size of a particles, whatever are taking a part in a reactant, that is a more responsible for in the affecting the rate of a chemical reaction. So smaller the size of the reactant particle, higher is the rate of the reactions. Now come to the next, that is a concentration of a reactant. Let us consider the reactions of a Let us consider the reactions of a dilute and the concentric hydrochloric acid with the calcium carbonate powder. Dilute HCl reacts with the slowly with the calcium carbonate, and thereby calcium carbonate disappears slowly and carbon dioxide gas also liberated slowly. On the other hand, reactions with the concentrated HCl takes place rapidly and the calcium carbonate disappears fast. So here concentration, that means what dilute HCl as well as what concentrated HCl, these both are also affecting the rate of a chemical reaction. If the solution is a concentrated, so reaction is a fast. If solution is a dilute, reaction is a what slow. So what is our conclusion? Concentrated acid reacts faster than the dilute acid, which means that rate of a reaction is proportional to the concentration of a reactant. Now come to the next topic, that is what temperature of the reaction. So on the reaction there are the temperature is also affected. If the temperature is increases, so reactions is what faster, it is increases, and if we remove the temperature, that means what reaction is slow. So while studying the decomposition of a reactions, we have carried out the decomposition of a limestone. In this activity, lime water does not turn milky before the heating the limestone because of the zero rate of a reaction. That means if we not apply the heat, if we not increases the temperature, till that time it is not turned the milky. So that means what rate of a reactions is what zero. But if we apply the temperature, otherwise apply the heat, that means what rate of a reactions are the going on the increases. From this it is learned that the rate of a reaction increases on increasing the temperature. So rate of a chemical reaction is increases if we increase the temperature. Now come to the next, that is a catalyst. You know what is a catalyst. So what is a catalyst? The substances in whose presence of a rate of a chemical reaction changes without causing any chemical change to it is called the catalyst. For example, see here example. What is the example? On heating potassium chloride, that is a KClO3, decomposes slowly. So 2 KClO3, we apply the heat, and so what we will get 2 KCl plus 3O2 in presence of catalyst, that is known as a what manganese dioxide. So this catalyst, it is not a take a actual part in a reaction, but what is the work of a catalyst? The catalysts are the increasing the reaction. So here MnO2, that is a magnesium dioxide, they are the doing the faster rate on the reaction. So the substances in whose presence the rate of a chemical reaction changes without causing any chemical change to it is called the catalyst. Thank you very much.